Today we're making bilo-bilo. Welcome to another of our cooking video. Today we are making Ginataang Bilo-Bilo or Bilo-Bilo. This dish consists of small glutinous balls, coconut milk, some sugar, jackfruit, and Philippine plantains called saba. This dish originated from the island of Luzon in the Philippines. So here are the ingredients we're going to need for our dish. We're going to need 3 cups of glutinous rice flour, 1.5 cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon ube extract, 2 cups of water for cooking, 2 cans of coconut milk, 1 large or equals to 2 cups of sweet potato, which I cubed, 3 pieces of large Philippine plantain called saba. But if you don't have that like me, I only have a small one. You can use probably 5 of these. It's up to you on how much banana you want to put in. Do not use regular banana on this dish. They will simply just get too soggy. And a kind of jackfruit, which we're going to be cut into strips. Do not discard the syrup because we're going to be using that. And 1 cup of sugar. Also, we're going to add in 1 cup of mini sago, which is the mini tapioca pearls. And here are the complete list of our ingredients. So we've prepped our ingredients here. The sweet potato and the banana, try to keep them the same size as possible. And the jackfruit, just cut them into strips. So now what we're going to do is, we're going to work on our flour. We have our 3 cups of glutinous rice flour in our bowl. Now we're going to slowly add in our 1.5 cups of water. Carefully mix them around. So as you can see, it's a little runny. Just add a little more flour, or if it's a little dry, add in a little more water. What we're trying to do here is try to create a batter or a dough so we can mold it into little balls. So pretty much like that, kind of like a bread dough. So at this point, we can actually start using our hands to knead it. We're going to need a tray pan later on the side to put our finished balls in. So keep kneading until nice and soft. So once we finish kneading our dough, we're gonna grab up a small piece. Well, first we're gonna cut it in half. Half of it we're just gonna roll into balls, and half of it we're gonna color it with food coloring. For that, we're gonna be using the ube flavor or ube extract. So for now, we're just gonna grab half a spoonful and then roll it into a dough or a bowl. Roll it into a bowl, just like that, and then set it aside. Place it on a baking dish. So we're going to continue doing that for the rest of half of our batter. We finished half of our dough, roll them into balls, and set it on a baking pan. Now what we're going to do with the remaining ones, or the remaining half, we're going to put a little food coloring on it. I'm using ube flavor for this, or ube extract for this. Now make sure to stir that around. So we have our dough kneaded. You can see the nice color. Now do the same thing. Grab about a half a spoonful and then roll it into a ball and set it aside onto the baking sheet. So roll it again and set it on a baking sheet and continue doing it for the rest of the batter. So we finished rolling our dough into little balls, or what passes for little balls. Now we're gonna just set them aside and we're gonna boil our mini tapioca pearls. So in a small pot, we're boiling about 2 cups of water. Now we're gonna add in about 1 cup of tapioca pearls. Set your heat to medium and constantly stir it. It should take about 10 minutes to cook this. Just make sure you check on the packaging instructions on how to cook it and how long to cook them. Once that white spots fades away and you see them all translucent, that means it's ready. Okay, let's check on our tapiocas. This should be good. Test it. If it's still hard, continue doing cooking more. But I mean, this is perfect already the way it is. So what we're gonna do now is turn up our heat. Run this through a strainer to collect the pearls. Okay, now it's time to put everything together. So we will place our wok over high heat. We're gonna add in our 2 cups of water and our 1 can of coconut milk. Just give it a few minutes for it to come to a boil. So once it starts to boil, slowly add in the glutinous balls that we made earlier. Now gently stir them around. So we're going to continue stirring them gently until they start to float to the top. As you can see, they started to float to the top. Now we can add in our sweet potato. Give it a stir. And we're going to cook this until the sweet potatoes are half cooked. Okay, let's check on our dish. As you can see, all the balls that we made have doubled in size. So if you don't want them to be this big, when you're rolling them, try to make them smaller. And let's go check on our sweet potato. That's actually perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our plantains or our saba. Now we're only supposed to use 3 large sabas, but since these are small and they're all getting very ripe, so I might as well use the whole batch. So, but you don't have to put all that plantain if you don't want. So let's just give it a quick stir. Cover it and let it cook for 1 minute. Then we're going to be adding in our coconut milk. Let's go take a look. Let's give it a quick stir. Now let's add in our last can of coconut milk. Always remember to shake the can before using the ingredients or the contents. Give it a stir. Next, we're going to add in a half a cup of that jackfruit syrup or the langka syrup from the can. Stir it around. Now add in a 1 cup of sugar. You don't have to add in 1 cup right now. You can just do like 3/4 of a cup, so you can gradually adjust and add if you want. But I've been using 1 cup on this. Stir everything together. We are almost there. Next thing we're going to add are the mini pearls that we made earlier. If you haven't used this before, they will stick together. So once you put them in your dish, stir everything around to break them apart. So as you can see, they're no longer sticking together. So just constantly stir to break apart those tapioca pearls. Now it's time to add in our last ingredient, which are the jackfruit or the langka. Give it a nice stir. So let's just lower the heat to medium-low and let it simmer for 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're done. So there you have it, Ginataang Bilo-Bilo, or simply Bilo-Bilo. Hope you enjoyed today's recipe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.